Good afternoon and welcome to Aberdeen Sports Village in Scotland for live coverage of the Netball Europe Open Challenge and Under-21 Championships, brought to you live and exclusively by QTV Sports in association with Inspire Sports and Visit Aberdeenshire. I'm Natalie Pepperell and I'll be your guide for this third of 4 action-packed days of live coverage from the Under-21 Championship, featuring England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales, and from the Challenge Cup featuring developing nations, Israel, Gibraltar and the Republic of Ireland. And for the first time ever, we are delighted to welcome the team from Bermuda who will be taking part in the invitational section. We've already had an action-packed day of netball here. Later on this evening we have at 5 o'clock Gibraltar versus Bermuda, so that's still to come. But our first match this afternoon is Northern Ireland and Scotland. I'm delighted to be joined in the commentary box by Kat Ratnapala, the Under-21 England coach. Kat, yesterday you took on Northern Ireland and you managed to watch Scotland versus Wales. So what do you think we can see today from the match between Scotland and Northern Ireland?
I'm excited to see this matchup. Scotland came out really fierce in the game yesterday, and they're really putting their stamp on their authority on this tournament, and really good connections. They were obviously a well-balanced squad, led by some former internationals, so really experienced coming through, especially from some of the Super League players. But Northern Ireland are I think are a team not to be reckoned with. I think there's some sharp talent in there. Their shooters were shooting extremely well when they got it into the circle. So if they can just penetrate and get that second phase opened up, then it could be an interesting game.
And obviously we're playing in Scotland, so there's a bit of a home crowd. We get quite a large home crowd here. Do you think that has an effect on the teams at all?
Absolutely. You always hear about teams talking about the crowd being their 8th player, and they really are. This is a very vocal crowd, as we heard yesterday when they played Wales. Yeah, definitely having the home crowd behind you is really supportive, and it's always nice to get some well-known faces in the crowd supporting you.
And for those who watched yesterday, Scotland beat Wales by 60 goals to 40, and England beat Northern Ireland by 78 goals to 23. So a marked difference in scores, but then we've just seen the England versus Wales game, and England took that win 65-26. So it could be quite a close matchup today.
Definitely, yeah. I think it's all going to be on the start. It will be interesting to see that there's been some changes with the starting 7 from yesterday to today. So it'll be an interesting one.
And it looks like the teams are just about to take to court. So we'll see who we have on those teams for their starting lineup. As goal shooter for Northern Ireland, we have Rachel Moore. Goal attack for Northern Ireland, Emma McGee. At wing attack we have Claire McCammon. At centre we have Michelle McGee. At wing defence we have Fiona Crosby. At goal defence we have Jenny Lewis. And at goalkeeper we have Rebecca McCulloch.
And representing Scotland,
taking the ball to Scotland, goal shooter Bethan Goodwin.
Goal attack, Katrina McDonald.
Goal attack, we have Katrina McDonald.
Emma Mitchell.
Wing attack, Emma Mitchell.
Kelly Boyle.
Centre, we have Kelly Boyle.
Rachel Ireland.
Wing defence, we have Rachel Eenan.
Captain, Bethany Sutherland.
Goal defence, Bethany Sutherland. And goalkeeper, Sarah McPhail.
And that umpires are Louise Travis, Louise Fuller, reserve umpire Joe Woody. The ball girls are all from Curran Junior Netball Club. The ball deliverer is Caitlin Rosie. Aberdeen Sports Village, make some noise, Northern Ireland against Scotland.
So we're just waiting for the centre pass ball to be delivered. And we're very soon getting underway. All players on court ready to go. It's always a tense moment, isn't it?
You can see the players wiping the sweat from their hands. They're ready to go.
So we've got first centre with Scotland. We have Kelly Boyle with the centre.
Good strong 2-on-1 there from the goal defence, wing defence and centre.
Yeah, first phase goal defence, goal attack, straight into the goal shoot. First shot for Bethan, and in it goes. Centre to goal attack. Goal attack to wing attack. Contact there by the Scottish wing defence. Rachel Enan.
Nice strong hold there from the shooter and really good hands to pull that ball in.
Yep, first shot there by Rachel Moore goes in, so it's one apiece. A bit of pressure there on that centre pass, but still getting it down to circle edge, working it in into the goal attack. First shot for Katrina. And it's goal, Katrina McDonald. That's 2 goals to Scotland.
Beautiful high shot that she had there. Nice high release and follow through. Again, both teams are going for the 2-on-1 on centre pass. First phase being received high from the goal attack. They're obviously trying to disrupt that connection between the goal attack and goal shooter.
Do you think that's something maybe that the coaches have seen in games before and they've come out with a strategy for that?
Absolutely. I think the fact that the games have been played live and they're on YouTube for everybody to have a look at is fantastic. And you are able to do your homework to bring into new tactics and the things that you see on video.
That last goal for Northern Ireland was by Emma McGee, so that's all shooters now having had a shot. And no one missing so far. Good offload.
Good back up. They need some penetration through court. Good availability by the wing attack there. Again, it'd be interesting to see their setup, the shooter set up, what they're going to do on a 2-on-1. Good screen by the goal shooter there.
Good feed as well there by Michelle McGee. And another great shot by Emma McGee. So sisters, Emma and Michelle.
They had that 3-on-1 Northern Ireland against England yesterday, and unfortunately they're just being opened up and fragmented a little bit. That middle space is opening up for the Northern Ireland defence. They just need to close that middle space down a little bit to stop that first phase coming through the middle. Great back mark there. Really strong interception there from the Scotland wing defence.
That's Rachel Enan there, coming out with a turnover. And another shot there for Beth Goodwin. That takes the score to 4-3. Scotland lead. And another interception for Rachel Enan.
And that's how you play a 3-over. Putting the pressure on and coming out with that ball. She's really, really strong on those flies. Oh, just a missed shot there. But it's captured up by her partner in crime and secure delivery.
Yeah, McDonald makes the score 5-3. 2-goal gap opening up.
I'm just finding Northern Ireland defence, they just need to be a little bit more stronger on the dictating side of things. They just need to control the passage of play, try and stop those driving balls and be a little bit tighter on a one-on-one. Scotland forcing that high receipt on first phase for the goal attack.
Or misfeed there by McCannon.
Thought it was a great reverse hand by Beth Sutherland. Coming around the player, making sure she's moving her feet to get round cleanly for the interception. Oh, great interception for the Northern Ireland goalkeeper. You can see the Northern Ireland defenders just resting a little bit on circle edge, allowing the players to get in the ball side position, which is able to open up the swing for Scotland, that they're not using at the moment, which is available to them.
Just flirting with 3 seconds there. Centre offloading to wing defence. Back to centre.
Ooh, good take by the goal defence. Oh, nice play, goal attack. Just needs to watch that release point. It's coming from her chest, which is, if it's a rising ball, she got no 3-foot marker on her there, so she was able to deliver that ball into the centre. Really good vision. But exactly the same down the other end, goal attack. Great connection with the goal shooter, a little high five, little connection going on.
Yeah, we have Beth and Goodwin there answering Rachel Moore's earlier goal. So the score now sits 7 goals to Scotland, 4 goes to Northern Ireland.
Goalkeeper's doing a really good job of forcing that goal shooter real deep onto that baseline. She's putting a really controlling play through court.
Yeah, we just need McGee and Moore to find their connections in that Northern Ireland circle. Goodwin, however, takes the shot again and she sinks it. That's 8 goals to Scotland and 4 goals to Northern Ireland, and it's the Scotland centre, and they're just starting to push out that gap now.
Oh, good tip there. Not a lot of room for that goal attack, but where are other options? She needs to have those players around her on a ball side position.
The goal defence there for Northern Ireland, putting on pressure. Jenny Lewis. Jenny Lewis is the captain for the Northern Ireland side. Cameron offloading to McGee.
Oh, good pressure there by Scotland. Beth Sutherland on a one-on-one, doing a real good captaincy job, leading from the back, making sure that she is controlling things and talking things up. Really important to have that connection and communication in that defensive end. Oh, that goalkeeper can't sit behind that goal shooter. She's very, very accurate. And her availability needs to be shut down, so she needs to keep on her toes, keep working that front position. Nice connection.
Bethany Goodwin again with a shot. She doesn't miss, does she?
Pretty accurate. Good close down from Scotland. They were lucky not to get a 3-second call then. You can see the backup needs to come on a ball side position. They're just planting their feet just slightly before the receipt of the ball instead of driving onto to receipt.
McGee links up, out of court.
Just contact call from Beth. She just needed to move her feet round, get in front of that front position, and just make sure that they're working for that front position. The front player needs to get that interception.
Good shot there by Moore, takes Northern Ireland to 5. Scotland now 11. Can they make it 12?
Really lovely roll around. The shooter's in a non-ball side position there, but she just used the goalkeeper's body position to roll round to get in a front position, a ball side position, to become available for her centre court players.
Ball just going back there. Oh. Fly by McPhail. Just a little bit mistimed. McGee choosing to offload to Moore. Moore shoots.
Oh, just needed a bit more finish and follow through on that.
Bethany Sutherland. That was outstanding.
Just able to come through, and Beth Sutherland in Super League and for her country has done some really good work of coming through and flying through from that defensive end.
McDonald choosing to offload to Goodwin. And Goodwin scores. That takes the score now to Scotland 13, Northern Ireland 5, 6 minutes 24 left on the clock.
So quickly how a scoreline can blow out, and Northern Ireland need to take a bit of ownership and a bit more control through court, taking care of their own possession. At the end of the day, you get 50%, it's what you do with it, and making sure you take care of it to goal.
We saw yesterday that Scotland had some long runs, and they seem to make those runs in very short spaces of time. So is it the shooting power? Is it the speed of transition? What is it that allows them to get through the court so quick?
A little bit of both. I think the fact that they have got such accurate shooters, I think once they get it down to the attacking end, it obviously helps to making sure that you're converting your turnover. But it's also the connection that the attacking end have got. I think they have worked together for a while now, and they're a strong attacking unit, and I think the opportunities that they're giving each other and the space that they're creating for each other, I say that, commentators curse, the connection that they get and the opportunities that they're creating for each other is fantastic, and I think the connection that they've got, they're just building on each game.
Offside there by Mitchell gives Northern Ireland another shot, taking the ball through to goal.
Oh, 3-second call again.
Just too much pressure there being put on Lewis.
I think that's where I would like Northern Ireland just to use the backup play, making sure that they're sending the ball back and then penetrating forward on the other side. So just opening up the other side of the court.
So second chance for Goodwin. She scores it. That takes us to 15, Scotland 5, Northern Ireland. Scotland centre pass.
Oh, unlucky wing defence. Needs to keep running her feet through the interception. On that dead ball situation on the sideline, it seemed as if Northern Ireland was setting up a diamond defence. So they were trying to set up to force and encourage the ball to go long. But no one's coming out on that fly, so they're just a little bit disconnected at the moment, Northern Ireland.
Turnover there originally by a footwork call. I think just a miscommunication between the umpire and the shooter. The penalty was taken. I don't think Goodwin realised that. But Northern Ireland now have it down. Circle edge. Feeds in. Good feed to McGee. McGee shoots. Good rebound there by McPhail.
That's a great triangle play. So goal attack released out to the top, which then opened up the court for the Northern Ireland shooting opportunity. Just unable to convert it. Once again, we've got a triangle down the other end. Wing attack getting into that top position. The wing defence needs to do more work to stop her coming through onto that top.
Yeah, that's Emma Mitchell there creating that triangle. Some strong defence there, but Claire McCammon comes out with the ball. Or does she? Oh, off court. Mitchell again finds the connection with McDonald. Picked up by Goodwin.
Is she going to sink this?
Long
Yes,
shot from
she
McDonald.
does.
That takes Scotland to 17. Northern Ireland 5. 2 minutes 50 remaining of this quarter. Scotland possession.
Oh, decided to leave that. I think she might have thought he got a tip onto it. You can see on Scotland's second phase of centre pass, both the goal attack and the wing attack getting a lot of depth on second phase of centre pass. Northern Ireland might want to have a look at that to see if they can hold it up a little bit to stop that penetration through court and see if they can get some more lateral ball or some different setups on centre pass to win second phase.
So McGee there.
Good decision there. The goal attack was just planted, her feet planted on the ground. A bit of a sitting target there for the goalkeeper to come through on. So good decision by centre court play. Ooh, unlucky centre.
Just another miscommunication there between McCammon and Moore. Another good connection between Mitchell and Goodwin. And another shot for Goodwin. That takes Scotland to 18. Northern Ireland 6. 1 minute 40 left on the clock. Good contest there by Emma Mitchell.
Good cover by the wing defence there. Leaving ball carrier and making sure that the ball can't go through. Yes, wing defence.
Interception by Crosby. Northern Ireland back in possession, but not for long. Footwork call. Back to Scotland. McDonald has it. Over to Mitchell.
Such a shame for Northern Ireland. They worked really hard to get that interception, and then a silly error of footwork, a costly error for them to give the ball back out of their possession.
McGee sisters, good connection again. But then the last ball into Moore. McPhail is just there, sitting on that front position for the interception.
Fantastic positioning by the goalkeeper there. The goal attack for Northern Ireland is liking a lot of middle ball, and is making sure that when she gets that, she's got options available to her in the pockets, which she hasn't quite got at the moment.
Just a misconnection there again between Crosby and McCulloch. Gives the ball back to Scotland.
I think Northern Ireland really need this quarter time break, which is coming up in 20 seconds, just to regroup, just to find their feet again, to go with a different structured game plan from their coaching staff.
Goodwin with the shot, and she scores. 10 seconds left on the clock. Scotland centre pass. 5
Can they
seconds.
take it? It's going to be in. Oh.
Okay, so that is the first quarter. We have Scotland 20, Northern Ireland 6. If you've joined us, don't forget you can give us any of your thoughts via social media. The hashtag is #NELoveNetball. If If you send us your thoughts, we'll try our best to read them out. So, Kat, pushed out the lead there, 14 goals in it now between Scotland and Northern Ireland. What do you think the Northern Ireland coach is saying now to her team?
I think from the shooting, from the attack end down, I think from the shooting perspective, I'd look at the goal shooter and goal attack just being available for each other, just having a little bit more of a connection to make sure that the shooter isn't being pushed onto that back line. So I think about starting a high starting position from the goal shooter, making sure that the goal attack isn't just playing outside and releasing all the time out the middle, but also working in that circle. Defensively, Scotland are really strong and they're working together really well. So I think actually trying to maybe pull the keeper out of the circle and maybe have a look at the goal attack entering in, just to get a different type of rotation going on there in the attacking unit. I'd also look for the goal attack and wing attack just to get a little bit more depth. So maybe looking for first phase to be played back to wing defence, goal defence, to see if we can open up that second phase would be a good option for them. Defensively, I personally would change the wing defence. I don't think that she's done as much dictating as I would like her to do. I think she can do a much stronger job at just stopping those drives on second phase, and also around the circle edge just to stop the pocket to top balls.
And for Scotland, with a 14-goal lead, how do you keep that motivation to keep pushing on and maintaining that score and improving on it for the next quarter?
I think the girls are very professional in their outlook, and they're making sure that they are continually building. So yes, they can take that scoreline of 26, but they need to be pushing on. There's still errors that they're making on through court, and there's still switches that can happen defensively. So I think they need to keep on pushing on. They'll give them targets, making sure that they've got their own targets to keep pushing on, and also they're going to have some impact players, I'm sure, that being eager to get on court. But personally, I wouldn't change anything for Scotland right now. I'd let them settle, keep on the building, keep on the momentum, but give them more targets so that they can continue to push on the lead.
Leslie Tischler on Twitter, loving the coverage and commentary. Hashtag #NELoveNetball. More of that, please. Keep talking to us. Another one from Karen Dunn. Hashtag #NELoveNetball. Loving the commentary, ladies. Give us a wave. Woohoo! We're waving. Okay, not long until the second quarter coming up here. So just to recap what we have later for you today. At 5 o'clock we have Gibraltar versus Bermuda. They're both in the challenge section of this competition. Coming up tomorrow, we have at 8 o'clock in the morning, so for all you early wakers, Bermuda versus Israel. At 10 o'clock we have Republic of Ireland versus Gibraltar. So both those games in the challenge section. In the Under-21 Championship, coming up at midday, we have Northern Ireland versus Wales. And then at 2 o'clock, Kat will be busy, we have Scotland versus England. Just to bring you up to date with some of the changes. A change for Northern Ireland, we have Lewis coming on at goalkeeper. We have McCulloch moving to goal defence. For Scotland, we have Edgar coming on to wing defence.
It's interesting, they've made two changes that I would have made the wing defence. They've made two changes with the keeper and goal defence. Interesting how these players have impact now.
In fact, that just seems like a switch there between the goal defence and the wing defence. Sorry, the goal defence and the goalkeeper. So there's no new players coming on for Northern Ireland, just a positional switch.
Oh, Scotland doing a great job there of being in a ball-side position. Centre just needs to step up a little bit higher, get off the body to win ball. Oh, unlucky for the goal attack, but good rebound by the shooter.
More scores, the first one on the board for this quarter. That makes it Northern Ireland 7, Scotland 20. Can Scotland counteract? McDonald with a quick 1-2, straight into Goodwin. Goodwin adds the score for Scotland.
Three over from Scotland here. That backup option needs to be shut down by Scotland there. Again, driving ball to that wing attack. Oh, miscommunication there. Well done, goalkeeper, for picking that ball up. Just need to control the pace.
That's the captain now for Northern Ireland, playing in the goalkeeper position.
You can see Northern Ireland, I would think about asking them to just change the timing of the through-court play. They're releasing a lot on first, second, and actually if they just take a moment just to capitalise on that turnover and to ensure that it gets to goal.
Lewis penalised there for obstruction. Oh, not Lewis, sorry. McCulloch penalised for obstruction. Goal goes in by Goodwin. Takes us to 22 Scotland, 7 Northern Ireland. Mitchell again on the ball, offloads to Sutherland at the back, long ball in. Ooh, just a bit too much on it.
Northern Ireland, they're just putting on a wall on second phase. They're getting the players, and actually the second phase driving ball wasn't given them by Scotland. I still think the space is available for them there, but just having those bodies in the way just put Scotland off enough.
Scotland defence working this ball through.
They've got a box set up in the middle on their through-court zone. Just stopping any driving player coming through. There's a shooter release. Oh, just too much. Oh, wing defence was offside. Unlucky for that for Scotland. It's a great setup. Just needs to set it in the correct place.
McGee to McGee.
Oh, unlucky goalkeeper. Really good footwork there to get round on that inside position. Nice offload.
Yeah, good connection there between Moore and McGee. Moore takes the shot. She scores. That takes Northern Ireland to 8. Scotland 22.
That goal attack doing a really good job. The goal shooter doing a really good job just to keep controlled and keep on that strong hold.
Moore gets another shot. Goal there by Moore, taking Northern Ireland to 9. So they're starting to close that gap now. 3-2 this quarter to Northern Ireland.
Much tighter on around that circle edge. She's obviously been spoken to around that circle edge. Good outside arm by centre there.
I think Crosby at wing defence has listened to you, Kat. We have Jacqueline Portis, who's the coach of the Northern Ireland team, with Lisa Bowman and Annabelle Jameson as the assistant coaches.
Again, I think having that international experience on the bench is fantastic for the young players coming through. Really experienced coaching staff. And Northern Ireland are doing a good job at clawing this back. Oh, lucky goalkeeper.
Missed time fly there from McPhail.
Needs to sink this. Oh.
Missed shot there by Moore. Turns back to Scotland possession, through court, centre.
It's really crucial that the shooter just takes her time just to make sure of her follow through on that shot. She's slightly rushing it and slightly jabbing at the shot, so just making sure that she's setting it, breathing, and making sure that she's got that follow through.
Aguilera on the ball, getting it down court to McGee, who takes the contact, offloads to goal attack.
Oh, another good interception from that keeper.
Yeah, McPhail again on that intercept, doing what she does so well. And the connection there between McDonald and Goodwin. Goodwin in a shooting position. And she scores.
Goodwin's so calm under pressure. You can see there's nothing that affects her. She's just taking the ball, doing her job. So effective. Good reverse bounce there by the wing attack for all you budding wing attacks out there and feeding the circle.
Goodwin missed shot but gets the rebound and scores that one. That takes us to 24-10. Scotland lead. It's 4-4 this quarter. We're 5 minutes gone so far. 9 minutes, 35 seconds left of this quarter.
That goal attack is doing a lot of work outside the circle. I think she does need a bit of support from her centre court counterparts.
Yeah, good screen there by Moore, opening up McGee on the baseline. Ball goes in, that's the score. We're 11-24, Scotland lead. A lot of the teams, both Scotland and Northern Ireland, offering to send that ball back on centre pass. Do you think that's a strategy that they're adopting, or do you think that's forced from the defensive pressure from each side?
I think definitely from Northern Ireland, yeah, I think they are being forced to go back, but well done there for the goal attack come through. I think they are definitely on a 3-over. They're making sure that they're having to go back. I think Scotland, it's more of a strategy to make sure that they've got second phase driving deep. But I think more and more teams are using the backup play to make sure that they have got options available. Unlucky there for the goal attack. I thought she was in a bullseye position there to get that interception on the line. Incorrectly set there by Scotland. It needs to be, it's an offside call by the umpire. Really experienced umpires here, which is fantastic for the players to have and to see. They're so clear on their communication and what they're calling.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because sometimes we've seen umpires that can call incorrect setting and turn the play, but we haven't really seen that this tournament. Why do you think that is?
No, I think sometimes it can be the noise of the crowd. Sometimes it's the fact that they're not hearing what the call is. So I think the umpire's giving them the benefit of the doubt, making sure that it is set in the correct place. Great defensive pressure and well done, centre. Ooh.
Kelly Boyle kept it in beautifully. Showing real athleticism, and we have McDonald now on the shot. She scores. You
can see how much Scotland want these games and how much they're working for each other. We saw in the first quarter Beth Sutherland playing the ball off to her keeper when she was coming off the back line. And again, you know, the centre doing the same and the shooter backing up. So the connection that they've got as a unit and making sure they are supporting each other throughout is evident.
With Jenny Lewis at the back, shouting, directing her defence in front of her. Scotland still managed to get the score through. Northern Ireland centre pass. The score is currently 27 Scotland, 11 Northern Ireland. Halfway through this quarter, 7 minutes left.
Oh, great positioning by the Scottish centre there to encourage that turnover. And the contact call. She just got her inside hip through to encourage the player to go a little bit further out, but poor placement there.
Yeah, just a misconnect there between Edgar and Boyle. So wing defence for Scotland was the only new player to take the court this quarter. What impact do you think she's had in that change?
I think I think Scotland defensively are doing a great job. So I think that the connection that she's come in and she's continued that connection. So I think rather than it being a massive impact player or the fact that the previous wing defence is doing a poor job, I think it's just to get players out there, obviously looking at the score line, to expose and to make sure that they have got different connections. I thought on Friday she was a very impressive player against Wales, and she did a great man-on-man job. So maybe they just want a little bit more of a tighter marker there on the wing attack.
Another shot there by Goodwin takes Scotland to 29, Northern Ireland to 11. So again, we see at this time in this quarter, Scotland are just starting to edge out that lead again.
You can see this diamond they've set up. They've set it up deep. Oh, both of them going for the interception there, the keeper and the goal defence. But the wing attack and the goal attack were getting involved there on second phase. Oh, great setup there.
Definitely Sutherland to Edgar. Edgar loose ball, but Goodwin picks up. Mitchell upped in for the triangle. Boyle offloads. Good connection there with Goodwin. Another goal, Scotland. That makes the score 30-11. So far this quarter, it's 5-10 now to Scotland. Long ball in.
Oh, great delivery. Great vision there. Goalkeeper's just got her head down a little bit. She just needs her head up just to do a little bit more work on that goal shooter. Oh, close to 3 seconds. They were lucky there, Northern Ireland, not to get the call. I saw the whistle going close to Ian's mouth there. Another great tip. She's got great hands around the circle.
Another interception there by Edgar.
Great pop through the goal attack there. She was going for the baseline, but the goal shooter then pulled out and she just popped through the middle, which is great change of direction from her. Real speedy player.
This is that run that we were talking about. McDonald offloads to Sutherland.
And this is where the Northern Ireland really need to have a strategy of what their defensive play will be, what they need to do. If they have got a run, how are they going to slow down play? Do they concede first phase and just sit back and look to pick off second phase? At the moment, it's just going away from them for Northern Ireland. They just need to slow down their attacking, the Scotland's attacking speed.
Another shot by Sutherland takes us to 33-11. We've got 3.5 minutes left in this quarter.
Diamond there from Scotland on second phase, setting up, so they got arms over the ball carrier. They've got players on the left and right, and they're just forcing that error onto that sideline.
Sullivan through to Mitchell. Oh, injury there for Mitchell.
Looks like an ankle injury. Player ready to come up. She's already bibbed up.
Do we think that that's an injury? She's got strapping on her ankle, or do we think maybe that's more of a tactical change with 3 minutes left in this quarter?
I think it's a tactical change. I think the fact the physio hasn't got anywhere near her proves that it's a tactical change. You know, it's great to get players on just before the end. She can have a little run out, see how she does, see what the defenders are doing against her, and then can either continue to stay on in the third quarter, or if they need another change, they can change again. Rare miss. I think that's the second miss, is it, for the goal shooter for this game? Rare miss. I think she just rushed that shot.
Northern Ireland now need to take this through. Pressure early there by the new wing attack coming onto the court. Crosby with the ball, offloads to McGee. Two sisters linking together nicely. Up to Moore. Moore shoots, she scores for Northern Ireland. That takes Northern Ireland to 12.
Good first phase there, good preparation before the line, and she's come into a ball side position. Wasn't given it first time, but it eventually gets there. Oh, overcooked it. I would have looked to swing it back to the pocket just to open up.
So just to bring you up to date, new wing attack coming on for Scotland is Emma Love.
Again, you can see this box that they've set up, Scotland. Just trying to force the error, encourage everyone to go wide.
Don't forget, you can get in touch with us on hashtag #NELoveNetball. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this game. McPhail there with the back line, linking up with Edgar. To Mitchell. Back to Edgar. Through to Love.
Oh, costly error there. Footwork call. It's unfortunate that they're making silly errors like that. Just losing maybe a little bit of concentration going into the last couple of minutes of this quarter. Well done from the goalkeeper there. That was great ball side position. Really controlled that goal shooter and stopped her getting into a ball side position.
Scotland coming through again. Edgar to Mitchell. Through to McDonald.
Oh, that was lucky.
Love with the feed. Good connection there. Good win with the shot. 1 minute left of this quarter. Scotland are currently leading 36-12. The Northern Ireland centre pass.
Oh, you can see again Scotland setting up that diamond on second phase. It's really causing Northern Ireland some difficulty there. They really need to penetrate through that diamond, making sure at the moment they're staying wide of it, but they need to penetrate through, even if they go up and body up to a defensive player and then open up and get the ball.
Good connection there between Love and Goodwin. Goodwin shoots, she scores. Only 25 seconds left. Scotland centre pass. Mitchell on the ball, into Goodwin. Choosing to offload.
They're making sure of this opportunity that they've got with the ball.
Missed by McDonald. Scotland still have possession. 5 seconds left on the clock. Can they get it in?
3, 2. Oh, well done, goalkeeper.
That's a great interception by Lewis, the captain for Northern Ireland, just preventing that final goal. So, at half-time, we see Scotland 37, Northern Ireland 12. So we have a very, very lucky treat for you, lovely listeners. Joining me now in the commentary box is the head coach for Scotland and also the head coach for the Scottish Sirens, Gail Parata. Gail, what's your thoughts on this match so far?
Well, really pleasing to see how we took the lead from the very beginning. We've got a lot of players who, I kind of picked this that we should be at the scoreline because of the people that we have in the Super League, also with the Sirens training partners, compared to the Northern Ireland teams. We've got a lot more opportunities with this season, especially with having our training partners available in the Sirens, sorry.
So do you think there's many players out on court today that are out to impress you, knowing that you're here as the head coach for the Scottish senior side?
I think they're more worried about impressing the under-21 coaches because they're still on trial for the World Youth Team, so it's really important to them at the moment.
Yeah, exciting times moving forward. So what's your thought on what would you do now to improve that scoreline? So it's a heavy scoreline, it's 37-12. It's quite easy to sit back now and take it quite casually. Do you think that there's certain tactics that they need to employ now to push on?
We want to get some more players out on court. Our young goal shooter, Emma Barry, she's potentially going to come on today, which will be good for her to get out there. Also, as I said, they're on trial, so we want to get as many as possible out on court and see what they've got and bring some freshness to the court and obviously keep that scoreline going.
And a home crowd as well. We can see for the Sirens games when you played in a home crowd, it has a really big effect. What impact do you think the fans are having on this game?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's unusual for us to be in this position, to be going into tomorrow and being the challenging match against England. So, we're excited about that. But obviously the fans have helped with their support here today. So it's great and great for the Sirens to get all the fans coming to our matches as well.
How much has having the Super League in Scotland really impacted these girls in terms of role models and them seeing access to them?
Hugely, like on court, it's about developing our Scottish players to be better, so we get that week in, week out competition where they have that pressure and they can feel that pressure. I mean, we have aspirations to go into the top 10, so the Super League will help us, and for the young, they are great role models, netball players, absolutely brilliant role models, and for our young Scottish budding Scottish Thistles to see them have this opportunity in the future to be either a Siren and then a national player, it is very exciting for them.
And Claire Brownie, your captain for the Scottish Sirens, is assistant coach as well, so do you think having that level of talent in your coaching team as well as like a player, do you think that really helps inspire them too?
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of inspiration around with her and Leslie, our former player, and then also seeing Claire going into a coaching role. I mean, she's doing some awesome stuff out on court for the Sirens, and she leads by example, and it does inspire other people to get involved with coaching, get involved with playing netball full stop.
And if you were to give your Scottish team now any words of wisdom before they take to the court for the second half, what would they be?
Just keep playing good, smart netball. Take the easy passes, the normal things that coaches say, just keep it easy. Don't force play when it's not needed. Keep working the structures. Tomorrow I don't want them to think too far ahead, but we've got England, different style of game again, and they're much bigger than us, so we have to think about playing a short game, little things like that.
England have dominated in Netball Europe recently at this age group. Do you think that this is the year maybe that you could cause the upset?
Yeah, I love to. I don't want to get ahead of myself. We've still got half a game to go, but I mean, I'm feeling like we have good control of it, depending on how we come out in the next quarter. But you only hope. I mean, we know we're getting better. We know Scottish netball is getting better, and we can see our athletes improving with every opportunity they get to be a Siren or a Siren training partner or be anywhere in the Super League with other teams. And so, look, we just want to be able to challenge for starters. I mean, we haven't closed that gap on England that much, but we'd just like to put out a good match tomorrow.
And moving forward, how's the road to Botswana looking for you guys?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got a few key players missing here, and they're going to have to work hard to try and get it back into the team, because there's some girls that are putting some good performances out there this weekend, so the coaches are going to have a bit of a headache, which is always great.
Good. Well, it's been really good to have you here. Any final comments before watching the hopefully very exciting last two quarters?
Oh, no, well, I'm just going to shout out to our sponsors, UWS, who is our sponsor of the under-21s, came in late and they're helping us get Botswana. You know, they're so important. 5 for 10 has done our beautiful uniforms for the girls, you know, and then all the sponsors that come here, Aberdeen Village, you know, they've done a great job putting this event on, and, you know, and all our volunteers, of course, so.
The volunteers have been doing a great job, haven't they, this tournament so far? Does always help whenever you turn around?
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Gail, and good luck with the rest of the season. So you heard there from Gail Parata, head coach for Scotland and the Scottish Sirens. We have Scotland warming up back again on court now. And I'm pleased to say that I have Kat back with me. She didn't pop away for too long. It's interesting seeing this happening at half-time, Kat. What's your thoughts on warming up at half-time again with the change in length of the half-times?
I think it is a long break for the players, so I think coming out and getting a little bit of a run out and making sure you're still staying sharp. You need to have impact into this third quarter, and you know, even though the scoreline is what it is, you need to make sure that they are coming out, and I can see a few changes already for Scotland, so they've got new players coming out on switches around, so they also need to get warmed up, and it's a good way to get the nerves out just before the start of the quarter.
We just heard from Gail there, Kat, that hopefully there's some young talent coming on. It could well be the goal shooter coming on. Do you think that's really important now, that with the scoreline as it is, that they field those younger players?
Absolutely, yeah. You need to have depth in your squad, and especially for these players, as Gail just mentioned, she's got players, or they've got players that not in this squad that are out injured at the moment, are going to come back in potentially for Botswana, but they need to have a full depth of players coming through. You can't be taking players in that 12 that you don't feel comfortable or happy with putting on. So really important that they hit the World Cup and make sure that they are going out to that World Youth with a full strength 12.
Just quickly on Twitter, we have Claire Nelson. Another incredible performance by our uber talented and hard-working team of young athletes. Looking forward to the second half. I'm assuming that Claire is from Scotland. We are looking forward to the second half too, Claire. So if you want to get in touch, use the hashtag #NELoveNetball. Players are out on court, and we start the second half with Northern Ireland.
Yeah, changes in the back end and the front end for Scotland there.
Different shooter on for Northern Ireland. First shot in and she scores. We will bring you up to date with the changes very soon.
Oh, unlucky goal defence. She read that well.
New shooter as well for Scotland. First shot. She nails it.
That will do a huge amount for her nerves, just to settle on those first shots for those two shooters. Oh, good defensive pressure again. Northern Ireland just tucking in behind their defenders, making sure that they need to make sure that they come in front of their defenders and don't sink in behind, so that they are an option on that second phase. Big strong hold from that shooter. The centre court overlook her. And it's a contact call, unlucky goal defence. The height matchup is going to be a huge thing, so that keeper needs to keep off the body of the goal shooter. Make sure that she keeps on playing the ball as early as she can so it doesn't get onto that circle edge, because it's on a one-on-one situation in that circle. It's going to be difficult for her. Oh, I thought the wing defence was just going to come through.
So to bring you up with the changes, we have coming on at goal shooter for Scotland is Emma Barry. We have Rebecca Edgar moving from wing defence to goalkeeper. We have Rachel Eenan moving to centre. Goodwin has moved from goal shooter to goal attack. And we have Beth Morley coming on at wing defence.
Northern Ireland just using that back space, which was great to see. Great to see them getting the depth from the goal defence, wing defence. Oh, but just an error from the goal attack. Just needs to take control of that ball in the circle. They really need to take care of their turnovers. They don't come up very often, so they really need to take care of them. But great footwork by the wing defence. Unlucky on that contact. Just using her outside arm. Great footwork by the goalkeeper as well. She can just get her second hand on that ball. Just try and control that ball over to the centre.
Bring you up to date with the changes for Northern Ireland. We have Keenan, who comes on at wing attack. McGee moving from goal attack to goal defence. McCammon comes on at centre from wing attack. And we have Smith entering at goal shooter.
Oh, contact call there by Sutherland. Thought they were a little bit lucky there, Northern Ireland. Shooter only had eyes for the goal attack. She was only looking for her coming through to post instead of opening her vision and seeing what options she had available. Oh, replayed ball. New wing defence just needs to settle onto that ball. Just try and tidy it up a little bit, Northern Ireland.
So McGee now linking with McCammon.
She steps, so goalkeeper needs to keep an high stretch. Contact on the arm by the goalkeeper there. She really needs to have her straight arm up when she steps. The shooter at the goal attack stepped into that 3-foot mark, making sure she's not making any contact on the arm or the ball. Again, goal attack's taken a lot of first phase for Northern Ireland. A real playmaker, once again getting the ball into that middle, but great positioning around that circle edge, the centre there. I think Claire Brownie's been talking to her about the defensive play around that circle edge.
Good link there between Smith and McGee. That's another goal for Northern Ireland. McCammon with the centre.
Scotland, oh well done Northern Ireland. Scotland are varying the centre pass attack with having two on the line and one off the line on their first phase of centre pass. But the timing, the fact that when they have got two players on the line, they're staggered timing coming over, so they're both not coming over high, and that's really important to get that second phase.
Contact there by Enan.
And great screen there by the goal attack. A real playmaker.
Smith shoots, she scores. Good entry to the game there by Smith.
Oh, unlucky centre. I think having that movement, the centre just mishandled. Having that movement by the shooter, I think, is a real strength for Northern Ireland now. They just need to control that timing, as I said before, of the ball. Overload, that was a very intelligent entry by the goal attack to overload those two defenders. Making sure that one defender has to step up to that goal attack, which opens up the space.
Barry there with the shot. This is the young goal shooter, Barry, that we had Gail talking about before. Love looking in. Offloads back to Sutherland.
Well done, goal defence. Just reading that gameplay really well. Again, just a little bit sloppy by Scotland. Maybe a little bit complacent with where they are on the scoreline at the moment. But yeah, great to get your young players out there to experience what it's like, international play.
We have Michelle McGee there, but goal defence at the moment for Northern Ireland. She was playing centre. It's a difficult move, is it, from centre to goal defence, or something that...
You do often find that goal defences do, a lot of the young goal defences move into centre later on in their career. But now I think from goal defence to centre, I think is a natural switch. I also used to be a centre before I was a goal defence in my day. And also wing defence to goalkeeper as well, which is what we saw at the other end. So they are natural movements. I think wing defence to goal defence is sometimes a hard shift to make, but actually wing defence to goalkeeper and goal defence to centre. We saw Beth Sutherland last year in Netball Europe playing centre for Scotland as well. So yeah, it's a natural switch. Oh, just that placement. You can see the connection in Scotland isn't what it was in the first two quarters. Just that ball placement, it's a good movement by the Northern Ireland goalkeeper.
That's their captain, Lewis, cleaning up.
Good strength there on the shooter to take that ball.
Another shot by Shannon Smith. She shoots, she scores. Ball taking its time to get back to centre. McCannon offloads.
Look in. Yes, she saw it. She saw the goalkeeper coming out for the fly then.
Good connection there between Keenan and Smith.
Once again, I think she heard me.
Good coaching from the commentary box. Love struggling to get forwards, but it still has the backup. Long ball over.
Again, getting that long feed in, being sent from the centre third over to the circle edge. You really need to have a look at the keeper or the goal defence flying out onto that one.
Back again by Northern Ireland. Down to goal attack, wing attack.
Oh, good hands by the centre. Unlucky. Wing attack just needs to watch her release point when she's got that 3-foot arms over her, just making sure that she takes the ball high and delivering it through into the pocket onto that straight line. Good prelim move by the wing attack. That was a good change by Scotland. I've liked what the goal attack, the wing attacks come on and delivered on her first phase availability. Once again, Scotland have got that ball side position. Scotland just letting themselves down with some delivery into that shooter, which does affect the shooter's confidence and her movement on court. So they really need to settle just working on the ball placement to her.
Enan and Love, a new centre wing attack lineup for this quarter. Wing attack came on during the last quarter. Do you think it makes a difference in terms they need time to settle as a pair, or do you think that you should be building on that before you come onto court anyway?
Well, ideally, you would do. We've had an injury time again. Interesting timing. We've seen the last three, 4 balls for Scotland not being taken to goal. And now, interestingly, we have an injury for the goal attack. So it might be that these two have a better connection in the circle together. But you're losing a key shooter there coming off the court, which is a shame. But the scoreline, I think, allows them to do that.
Here we have Katrina McDonald there on for Bethan Goodwin. Down the other end, McGee gets the ball, she shoots, she scores. Didn't disrupt their play. Love on the centre pass, off to McDonald. Back to Love.
Again, Love's first phase to become available for that first phase ball there. Fantastic movement before the line, just trying to off-foot the defender. Is she going to put this up and take the shot? Just needs to settle, obviously coming back onto court after being taken off.
Second chance for McDonald's miss.
Just falling short. She was pitched, her weight was pitched a little bit forward on that last shot. She just needs to settle herself. Just making sure that she settles onto that ball.
Contact call there by Morley. Quick offload by McGee.
Great reverse bounce by the goal attack. Again, falling short.
Edgar offloads.
Wing defence, great drive through the middle there. Wing attack really needs to pick her up on a one-on-one. Oh, but again, they're struggling to find that ball in. They just need a little bit of touch onto that pass, just fingertip touch, just to send the ball into the space.
Keenan offloads, but misconnection there with McGee. Gives Scotland the possession from the back line.
Once again, another opportunity by Scotland. I think defensively they're turning over a huge amount of ball. It's just making sure that they're taking care of it. It's good that they've got it onto circle edge.
Love to Barry, and another tip by the captain for Northern Ireland, Lewis.
Lewis has done a great job. Her footwork is fantastic. Just to make sure that she's recovering, so once she's gone onto something, she's recovering, using her footwork to come through onto that front position, as she does yet again.
Again, Love struggling to find Barry. Back line, McDonald.
Goal shooters you can see her inexperience. Just on the angles that she's holding, she's being allowed to be pushed onto a flat position around that circle edge. So here she just needs to keep strong, keep her back foot round, just to make sure that she opens up to the open space.
Eden there gets the ball to McDonald. McDonald shoots and scores. Back to Northern Ireland possession.
Again, Scotland are forcing the errors and keeping the wing attack centre off the circle edge.
Through court, Scotland, McDonald.
Oh, just getting that drive, that give and go from that centre. Fantastic to get into a ball-side position. She shoots, she scores.
Good shot there for Barry.
That will do her nerves the world of good.
3 minutes left in this quarter. Scores currently 44 Scotland, Northern Ireland 22. So 22 goal lead at the moment for Scotland. Ireland possession.
All on one side, Northern Ireland. They just need to open up, which they are doing. Now they can look at opening up the middle again. They need to get off the sidelines. They're constantly using the sidelines, but really good play. And that's what, from a goal defence playing centre, she's got the vision into the circle. She's got the understanding. So actually that's what they were missing, bringing the ball through the court, having that idea of opening up space and seeing the players available to her.
There's a turnover for Northern Ireland. So McGammon to McGee. Smith on the ball.
Instead of looking for that shooter ball, it'd be nice to see Northern Ireland using their circle players, so using the wing attack and centre just to reset. It seems like the Northern Ireland goal shooters have got a great connection, but not so much with the wing attack centres around the outside, so they need to get that connection as well to work the ball closer.
Strong challenge there by Northern Ireland. Love on the ball. Can she find Barry? Not
fantastic by the goal defence, making sure she was on front position and she stayed on front position. Again, a great delivery through into the space. Such a big difference, makes Northern Ireland through court attacking play. Oh, but again, she's looking straight to the goal attack instead of sighting the goal attack running to post and then thinking about opening up the sides, either side. Screen, and it gets played.
Better connection there for Northern Ireland. Smith with the shot. She scores. 1 minute 30 left in this quarter.
I think this for Northern Ireland is a better shooting partnership here, just because of the movement and the strength. I think it has affected. Oh, great vision.
McGee again with the turnover, coming through strong. Offering again, quick give and go through to McGee. Just that final connection, Kat.
Yeah, again, just looking to release it on the first second instead of just changing the timing. I think if we look at through court play and they're releasing it constantly on first second, if you then change it to third second, great move there by the shooter, it just changes the things for the defenders, so they're not constantly reading the timing. So just changing the timing of delivery through court makes a huge difference.
McCammon to McGee, long ball to Keenan. Connection, can it get that?
Oh,
McGee takes a knock to the post. She's back up though. Scotland playing through. Long ball in.
Oh, obstruction outside. That's the first long ball that's gone into that shooter successfully.
Confidence there by Enan to let that ball go. McDonald, however, has it and scores for Scotland. We have 12 seconds left on the clock. Can they score in this final passage of play? Love, long ball into Barry.
Oh, great positioning by the captain of Northern Ireland. They got 4 seconds to take this ball down through court.
That's quite a short amount of time. Long ball for
Two
McGee.
long balls and then in. Not even out of the goal third.
So at the moment, as we are at the end of the third quarter, we have Scotland on 45, Northern Ireland on 25. That takes their lead out to 20. Don't forget you can get in touch with us at any point in time by using the hashtag #NELoveNetball on Twitter. We have a message from Stephanie Lewis saying, "Go on, Jenny. Our favourite song playing at half-time will help. Go Northern Ireland. Hashtag #NELoveNetball." So some good Northern Ireland support here in the Aberdeen Sports Village today. So 25-45 Cat, going into the final quarter. What do you think Northern Ireland need to do now? What's their focus going to be? Is it going to be to try and make the win, or?
I think it might be a push too far. I think getting back into contention, I think I'd like to see them try and push for the win of this quarter. Maybe not for the game. I think that's just a little bit step out of their comfort zone at the moment, but definitely pushing for the win of this quarter. I think they've got that under the belt if they can just control the turnover, because they are getting turnover opportunities, but it's just making sure they are converting those opportunities.
And again for Scotland, what key points do you think they need to have going into this next quarter to really push on with that lead?
Well, I think that I would like to see them stick out with the goal shooter staying on. I'd like to see her having a bit more time, a bit more investment into this game. I don't feel like she's getting in the delivery that she actually deserves. I think sometimes her angles are a little bit flat, but instead of delivering that ball to a flat angle, they just need to play the ball around her, get it onto circle edge, talk to her, give her some communication instead of delivering it in. So I'd like to see her stay on court, even though there has been a few errors and obviously the connection isn't as strong. But seeing the scoreline, I think they've got the opportunity to leave her out there. I think defensively it hasn't been as good a connection, but obviously they've got an important game tomorrow, so they don't want to put everything out on court today. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be resting players and making sure that they're getting all 12 on today, looking at the scoreline.
We heard from Gail at half-time that they really want to try and push you tomorrow when they Scotland come up against England. What key points will you be taking away, and can you share them with us from this game?
Share all my secrets. I think the biggest thing for any team going out is making sure that they're looking after their own possessions. So we're going to go back to drawing board from our game against Wales. We're going to look at our centre court, our centre pass to goal, and making sure that we're doing everything that we can do to make sure that we are taking care of our own possession. I think defensively, through court and from second phase of centre pass, they're setting up a lot of structured play, Scotland, so it is breaking down those structures and making sure that we are going through their box zone or their diamond defence on second phase of centre pass.
Coming up later for you, don't leave us, we have more netball coming. At 5 o'clock today we have Gibraltar versus Bermuda as part of the Challenge Cup. And then just to run you through what we have coming up tomorrow as well. For those early birds of you, it's well worth getting up for a day of netball. 8 in the morning, we have Bermuda versus Israel. Second match on court tomorrow, we have the Republic of Ireland versus Gibraltar. The third match of the day sees Northern Ireland, the team currently playing now, taking on Wales. That's at 12 o'clock tomorrow. And then the fourth match, you'll see Kat coaching on court. We have Scotland versus England. That's at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So Scotland coming back out on court. We'll bring you up to date shortly with the changes being made.
Northern Ireland definitely not ready to lay down and let this game slip away from them. Having strong words there from their coaching staff. Changes again for the Northern Ireland attacking unit. Much better, much more patient play by Northern Ireland here. Playing the lateral balls, making sure they're using their backup. Oh, just a disconnection from the shooter and the goal attack. A new partnership on. Goal shooters move to goal attack. And a new goal shooter on for Northern Ireland.
So the new goal shooter for Northern Ireland is Dibla Coleman. And we have Smith, who was on in the last quarter, moving to goal attack. For Scotland, the changes, we have Kelly Boyle going on at wing attack. Rachel Eden going to wing defence. And we have a new player entering court, Rebecca Metcalf, goes to centre.
Again, great on the back mark. The centre doing a great job. That ball placement needs to be placed to her chest. Not a high rising ball that any defender can get placement on.
Just a ball trying to get in there to Barry on a 2-on-1. Quite a difficult ball to take for a shooter.
Absolutely, but when there's 2-on-1 there should be someone free, so they're just forcing it in Scotland a little bit at the moment.
Keenan to McGee, McGee to Smith, back over to Keenan, and connection just not there, goes offside. Edgar, long ball through court to Enan. We're now with Boyle. Back to McDonald.
Oh, unlucky for the Northern Ireland defenders there. Again, such great pressure they're putting on, making the goal attack shoot.
McDonald takes it on herself, looking for the shot.
Jumping on the third second instead of jumping up. I'd like to see the Northern Ireland jumping into the release point of the shooters there. Instead of going straight up, they both have got high release points, the shooters.
So 2 minutes in, sees our first score. So Boyle moving round. Connection with McDonald. Metcalf, McDonald. She'll get another shot.
Interesting shooting action from the goal attack, but a nice high release there. It being a shorter goal attack, it's really important that she has a nice high release. Oh. Unfortunate mishandle there by the wing attack for Northern Ireland.
McDonald back on the ball. Long ball over to Metcalf.
Oh, lucky not to get. Good tip there by the goal defence. She's been fantastic, the goal defence for me, for Northern Ireland. She's got her hand to a lot of ball, done a really, really good job, a solid job, both at centre and goal defence. Out of court there by Northern Ireland.
It's Michelle McGee there for the Northern Ireland goal defence. The last McGee left on court, her sister, who was also playing in the first, second and third quarter at goal attack, was Emma McGee.
Right underneath the post, making sure that she's got a lot of backspin on that ball.
So less goals so far this quarter, 7:30 in, only scored 3 goals scored so far. Do you think that's due to the Northern Ireland pressure, or do you think it's just the Scottish changes taking time to settle?
I think it's the Scottish changes taking time to settle. I think the fact that they have got the same shooter on, that they just need to be working that ball a little bit more, especially on the goal attack, sweeping around, pulling the space and making sure that she's available also in the circle.
Injury time there called. We see Crosby coming off. New entry for Northern Ireland. We'll let you know who that is as soon as we have that information available to us.
Great swing by Northern Ireland. That's the first time that we've seen her swing, and well done. Just opens up the court beautifully.
Coleman's first shot of the game, and she sinks it.
Again, looks very young, the shooter for Northern Ireland. Not sure what her age is, but it's very fresh-faced, bushy-tailed.
Ball into Barry, just a misconnect, but Scotland still get the possession.
Great 1-2 there for the goal attack. Nice high release. Hasn't quite got the finish on her shot that she did have at the start of the game.
That's Lewis there, the captain for Northern Ireland, getting the rebound. Offloading to McGee through court.
Again, great drive there.
Through to Smith.
Good release by the shooter. Making sure that they're ball side position. Oh, good work, Beth.
Just to bring you up to date with that change for Northern Ireland, we see Copeland coming on at wing defence, replacing Crosby. First entry to the game for Copeland.
Oh, goalkeeper did a great job there. She tempted that pass, she drove out, pretending to go for that second phase. Quickly recovered back. Great footwork there by the Scotland goalkeeper.
Edgar to Sutherland.
Ooh, a little bit overcooked that.
Into Barry. Just too much there for Lewis to turn over. Contact there by McGee. Gives Barry another shot.
Great patience and control there from the Scottish attacking lineup. We saw the wing attack opening up the space for the goal attack to come through.
That last goal sees Scotland break the 50 goal mark. They seem intent on pushing on.
Much better play by the goal attack there, pulling the space on the front. Again, I think she heard me. Filling the space in the front and then opens it up the space for the back. Gets the 2-on-1 defender off her back. Ooh, again, a disconnect by Northern Ireland. It's amazing, and again, you can do so much training and then it comes to competition time and it's just lose that connection. It's amazing what pressure does for you.
Boyle finding Barry again. You get the feeling that the balls are now going into Barry. Is that because the space is opening up for the defence, or just the fact that the Scotland team have settled a bit more into that combination?
I think the goal attack's doing a lot more work out the front, so she's pulling the space. If she isn't, so that when she's delaying and when she's taking ball outside, it allows the 2-on-1 to take up. But you see her pulling that front space, which then opens up the space for the shooter. Then I would have liked the shooter to open up a different angle for the ball to be played into.
Donald offloading, Lewis getting her hands to it this time, so it's the Scottish back line. Quick give and go.
She needs to set that shot.
And another goal for Scotland. 8 minutes left of this quarter. McGee on the ball. Keenan. Offloading to...
Scotland are trying to break down that middle connection.
Coleman picks it up. Quick pass there to Smith.
Great hands there. Good composure on the shot as well. Well done, Northern Ireland. Oh, good turnover there by Northern Ireland.
Pick up there
Can
by
she
McCammon.
set it? Waiting for the jump. Beautiful shot. Really good composure. The Northern Ireland bench liking that.
McGee to Coleman. Coleman back to McGee. Keenan up to Smith.
Oh, well taken, goal attack. Well done, Beth Sutherland. Oops.
Coleman's down, but back up. Sutherland. Down to McDonald. Quick offload to Boyle. Boyle goes back to Sutherland.
Again, just looking where that shooter's setting up there. She's setting up very near to the post. There's not a lot of room for the ball to be played into the space, into that back space that she's asking. So I'd just have a look at her start position, just to see if she can stand a little bit further away from that baseline.
Copeland finds Keenan. Keenan to Smith.
Again, opening up that swing, and it's worked again.
Good shot there by Coleman. Metcalf to Boyle to Metcalf.
Oh,
Quick
great
1-2.
hit. Yeah.
And they find Barry.
Much better placement, and much better angle from the goal shooter as well. Got a time. Goal defence coming off.
Injury there for Sutherland. And also for Enan. Sees. Bear with. Sarah McPhail returns to court as goal defence.
Oh, I'd really love to see the shooter having some confidence there and just putting up that shot. She did great opportunity there for her to take that up, that shot. Great availability in the circle.
Keenan for Northern Ireland has moved to goal attack.
That centre's getting too much space for me. Driving on to circle edge on second phase for Scotland. Northern Ireland really need to close down there. She's getting a good connection. 2-on-1 on the centre pass.
Cameron to McGee. McGee gets the contact.
I'd like the goal attack to just up her workload for Northern Ireland. Just become available. Just overcooked that pass. Shooter, it could have been nicer if she looked to play it over on the swing. They've used that a couple of times now, but then actually just change her mind and just play it short to the ball side, near side attacker.
We do have a new wing attack on for Northern Ireland. That's Isabel Jess. And just to confirm the changes as well for Scotland, McPhail on at goal defence, and we have Morley coming on at wing defence, replace.
Once again, misjudged ball placement into the shooter for Scotland, but good ask for the shooter. I think she can gain a lot of confidence from this game today. A lot of learnings. It's great to be out there to experience it.
So from what Gail was saying, it sounds like it was Barry's first cap today. Emma Barry there at goal shooter.
No, huge congratulations. It's great to get players out there and to get their first caps. I'm sure it's one of many to come.
Contact there by McPhail. Draws boos from the crowd.
Great footwork by the keeper there. Oh, wasn't deemed to be taken. Has to reset.
Coleman will get another chance. He scores.
Lovely follow through there. Hand in the cookie jar or upside down J, whatever you want to call it, but great follow through from the shooter.
3 minutes 40 seconds left on the clock. Scotland are currently leading 56 goals to 32.
Oh, again, I just like them to open up that swing there. Just to make sure that the centre court are working for their shooters, just to open up the opportunities. Nice 1-2. Scotland are doing that really well, getting on a bullseye position there. Fantastic composure onto that shot.
We have on Twitter, Han Keenan, Emma Love in at wing attack killing it, #Scotland. Two minutes 50 left on the clock. Boyle there just called for an obstruction.
Going back to man on Scotland, putting some defensive pressure on, trying to force the players high and wide. That release from the shooter yet again. I think it's something that Scotland will need to look at. They are letting the shooter release a lot out of the top. Oh, unlucky on that follow through.
Knocked out of court there by Edgar, which means Northern Ireland will get another chance. Contact call against Metcalf.
Great movement by the shooter there. Can she finish it?
Shot
Good
by
goal.
Coleman. 2 minutes left in this game.
Oh, great position in there. You saw the wing attack doing, oh, unfortunate handling error there.
Replay by Barry sees Northern Ireland take possession. How important is it, Kat, to finish strongly in a game regardless of what the score is when they've both got big games tomorrow?
Oh, massively. It's really important that they see through and they maintain the focus and concentration. How you finish the court is how you usually start, so it's making sure that you go off feeling confident with your performance, confident with your teammates, and you have a clear plan so that you're hitting the court on your next go on full throttle.
So Scotland back line, is it?
Oh,
Bit of misunderstanding there. McDonald takes it. Ball up to Barry. Good shot there by Barry. 1 minute left on the clock. Can we see another Northern Ireland score here?
I'd like to. I think they deserve to get another one, make it 34 if they can. Hopefully the goal attack's all right there. Only got 45 seconds left.
It's good to see the umpire stopping time.
Good decision. She needs to then go back onto that forward. There's no one coming into that forward space. Scotland did well there to get that sideline, just delaying play and holding up the ball, getting into the circle. They're working away from the goal now at the moment, Northern Ireland. They need to get it towards goal.
30 seconds left.
Great drive from the centre. Oh, nice overload there.
Another goal on the board for Northern Ireland. Shaw's a cheer. Now the opposite end with 12 seconds left on the clock. Ball over to centre. High ball to Barry. Score counts on the last second of the game, which leaves Scotland 60 goals, Northern Ireland 34. That's all now here in Aberdeen. We hope you enjoyed the coverage. Be sure to watch the next match, which is coming up at 5 o'clock. That is between Gibraltar and Bermuda. Remember that you can have your stay at home wherever you are in the world. We'd love to hear from you. Tweet us using the hashtag #NELoveNetball. We'll do our best to read some of your comments during the coverage. So on that game, Kat, any final thoughts from you?
I'm excited to play Scotland tomorrow. I think it will be an interesting game. I think they've come on leaps and bounds. I think the fact of having a Super League franchise within Scotland has been fantastic for them. There's been a lot of investment from Scotland, so it's fantastic to see. So yeah, really looking forward to getting on court tomorrow.
Brilliant. We have lots more netball action coming up tomorrow and one more game today. Don't forget, if you've missed it, you can catch it with it all on Netball Europe YouTube channel. This has been a Netball Europe and QTV sports coverage in association with Visit Aberdeenshire and Inspire Sports. My thanks to my co-commentator this evening, Kat, And a special thanks to you at home for watching. From all of us here at Aberdeen Sports Village, have a good evening.
Why don't you play it